there, Flosstube. It's Liz. Elizabeth does Flosstube. This is my little girl, Maggie. It's our New Year's Day video. I was going to do one last night, but I didn't feel like doing it last night. Not that we did anything exciting for New Year's Eve. Nothing. Went to bed early. But oh well. You got it all bent.
Mommy, we got it bent.
Yeah, it's all, yeah.
Bent.
Okay. So today I wasn't gonna do another WIP parade since I just did one like a month ago, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do another one. I tried to work on more this week too. I got to a point on the giant Harry Potter and I'm like, I better start picking up some other stuff. So I'll leave that there. I need that there. So let's see, how should we do this? We'll do the ones, stop messing with it. We'll do the ones I worked on first, and then I'll show the other ones too. And then I can show you my finishes that I have for the year too. Yes, that's a pencil. They don't care about a pencil. Okay, so first thing, might as well do it, is the Harry Potter. I have kind of gotten in a Harry Potter addiction. I got these cute pajamas, and I got some Harry Potter ornaments. I got, yeah, kind of went a little crazy.
Look, I got it on my whole face.
Stop that! Stop! That's my swimsuit.
Wow.
Assorted laundry, and my swimsuit was in the bottom. Okay, so here's the giant Harry Potter. Stop! If you want to do this with me, you need to stop doing that. Okay, giant Harry Potter. Here's where it was last week. The giant Harry Potter. Last week, I only worked on it for 2 days. Because I decided I needed to work on other stuff. So I did 471 day, that was Christmas Day, and then the day after Christmas I did 482. And then I started working on other stuff. So here's where it was last week, and here is where I'm at now. So I am at like 26%, I think. I was at like 25% point whatever 92 when I finished Dobby, and then I'm like, if I do the sock, I'll hit my 26%. So I did his sock. There's still the big snake, the basilisk, and then I have to do my little gold accents. And then this section will be done. I remembered to do his glasses, and I did the back stitching for the letter. So there we go. I've worked on a bunch of stuff this week, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and scroll on this after I finish the basilisk. And I'm gonna go to the top because the bottom is all people. And there lots of colors. I don't know. I just figure I want to do the top first because it's got like the banners and, you know. So once I finish the basilisk, I'm going to scroll to the top of this and do the top. So there's that. That's one of the big ones I worked on, even though it was only for 2 days. She's apparently done helping me, so fine by me. Then I took, oh, I also have some haul to show. Excuse me. I took my Schitts Creek to work with me one day, and because I hadn't picked this thing up in months, Dang it, it's back here. Schitts Creek. Yeah, I hadn't worked on it since the end of November. So I decided to take this one to work. And I did almost 600 stitches, 597 stitches. So here's where it was before. And then here's where I'm at. I filled in a bunch of the motel. I filled in a bunch of the cream color at the top, and then I got all of the darker color at the bottom, and then I'm working on the windows, but I feel like they're really dark. But I don't want to, maybe they are fine, I don't know. So obviously these spaces here still need filled in. This is a plant, the newspaper machine, the pop machine. So I just felt like I needed to work on it. So there's that one. Over here. Okay. And then, for a couple days, I took, my Oh Hell No to work because I didn't want to, I was going to bring Schitts Creek with me again, but it's a little hard to work on without having my Lowry stand and my tablet holder, because it's not Pattern Keeper compatible. So I have to like look up the symbols, and I have to really concentrate on which things are, which symbols I'm doing, so I don't mess up my stitches. Where other things that are Pattern Keeper compatible, I can have my tablet sitting next to me on the couch in the break room at work, and I can stitch pretty easily since it highlights the symbols. So for a couple days, I only wanted to take something simple, and I wouldn't have to take as much stuff with me. So I took my Oh Hell No, and I worked on this a lot in that couple of days. 367 stitches one day and 606 the next day. So here's where it was before, and then here is where I'm at. I'm more than halfway done with the black. So there's 4 of these, and then in the middle it says Oh Hell No, and it's got red roses in the corners, and then the skulls have red eyes. So I thought this would just be a nice thing to take with me to work, because all I have to bring is black. I actually have one more strand of my cut length of black left of this skein, and then I'll be on to my next skein of black. But I really like this one. I like the laciness of it. So it's pretty cool, and I want to get at least the black done, and then I have my blue jay gridded up underneath it on this fabric, but I don't want to scroll until I at least get the black done on this. But once I get the black done, it really won't take long to do the red, because there's not as much red. So that's that. I'll talk about that one last, because that's a new start. So yesterday, what's under there? Okay. Yesterday, was New Year's Eve. I got out of work early, met up with my mom and Maggie at the library, and after that we had lunch and we came home, and I just wanted to work on something I thought would be simple, and again, not a lot of colors to work with, so I picked up my Year of the Monkey, and oh, did I write it down? Yes, I did. I did 314 stitches yesterday. and I'm not liking this fabric. This is fabric that I dyed, and it's like, for one thing, I was trying to tighten my scroll frame, and it kept slipping out of the clips. So I had to like fold it over so it would be thick enough for the clips to hold it. I don't know. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep going, and it's like my stitches aren't as nice. But here's where it was last time, which, I mean, I hadn't picked this up since I started it on November 13th. So here's where it's at now. So I finished his head, and I got part of his tail. So I'm gonna go around. His tail swoops around like this to his body. But it's like, I don't know, because I dyed the fabric, if it's like softer, or I don't know. It's like my stitches aren't as neat and tidy on this fabric. Like if I pull it the way I normally pull it, it pulls it too tight and it scrunches them. But if I don't pull it enough, they like get too, it's hard to work with. So I don't know, but he is cute. That's his face. So I was worried that the white wouldn't look good with this, like it wouldn't show up. But since it wasn't going to be like, there's going to be red around it, I figured it would show up nice and bright, and it did. So he's got more of the pattern in his side. And then obviously underneath it says, "You're the monkey." And then I'm going to have the rooster underneath, and it's going to say, "You're the rooster." Because I'm a year of the monkey, my little girl's a year of the rooster. So I figured I might do 1980, year of the monkey, and then 2017, year of the rooster. So that's my idea. But like I said, I just don't know. Maybe I solved the problem with the fabric and I just got to be gentler with my stitches. We'll see. And today I was working on this morning, and I just don't know. For one thing, I've been saying it wrong the whole entire time that I've had it. Hold on, let me get the page. So I started this in August, and I got it from Vivsters on Etsy. And I looked at the listing today, and it says, you know, Twisted Rainbow Band Sampler, and it says Long Dog in the title. But she's the one that created it, so it's not a long dog. But it is a big project, so maybe, I don't know. So I was working on it today, and I realized for one thing I made a slight mistake. But it's not that big of a deal. But here's where it was last time, and then here's where I'm at. And I didn't do much today. I've done, what did I say? 110 stitches or something. So obviously it's big. So all I did today was I started the snowflake. But it's like, so I realized my mistake was, this is over, this whole stripe is this far by one. So it doesn't line up with the end, which is fine, no big deal. But I don't like that there's such a big gap here, and that's how it's supposed to be. Maybe once it's all done, you're not going to notice that there's a bigger gap there. I don't know. So it's nice, it's pretty, lots of pretty colors. The next stripe over here will be the beginning of the alphabet. Okay, so it's like I like it. I just don't know if I'll ever finish it because it's really long. But there we go. So I worked on that today. And then I have a new start. It was a Christmas present. My mom got it for me. She got me the pattern from Etsy. And then we went and I showed her how to get the color list so she could get me the DMC floss. This is the pattern, but this border goes all the way around. I just cut it down so I can put it in my notebook. But so that's the pattern. She's really pretty. There's lots of back stitching, like in the pattern of the dress and everything. There's back stitching, like in these little fans. So pretty excited.
Hey, look.
Whatever. And she got me the fabric. I picked out a fabric that I liked on Etsy, and I sent her the link so she could get me the fabric. And the funny thing is, I have the same fabric already that I picked out already.
New Year.
It does say Happy New Year. So I gridded it up a couple days after Christmas and started it. So here is my start. It's just a couple hundred stitches, 146 stitches. Okay, yeah. So it's not much, but I wanted to at least get it started so she could see I do like it, and I wanted to show her I was gonna start it. So there we go. Here, let's see. There we go. So that is one Christmas present. And then she also got me, from my Amazon wish list, the Dimensions Gold Kit, the Japanese Garden.
I'll show you your little thread.
Yep. So comes with everything. Comes with 16 count Aida. This is light blue. I was thinking about doing it on 14 or 18 instead, but I think I'm just gonna stick with the light blue. 16's not bad. I wouldn't do it if it was 14, but 16, I'll do that. So that's cool. I've wanted this one for a while. I did it as a diamond painting, and I saw it when I started cross stitching. I saw this at Michael's, and they want like $45 for it at Michael's, but it's only like $25 on Amazon. So, hey now, don't lose my needle. So those were my two presents, like cross stitching presents. Stop!
I don't want to walk the way. I don't want to walk the way.
Why does it matter to you? Other than that, my little girl picked out a pack of the little thread puller thimbles. So you put one on your finger and one on your thumb so you can grab the needle so you can grip it easier. Mom said she insisted on getting these for me. I already have a pair, but it's okay. It does, if your fingers start hurting, they do help. So they're like silicone. And then she got me one of the Magnifier Strips. So it's like the magnifier, and it's got a line, which is really nice. I've never used one before because I don't use paper patterns, but the Dimensions Gold Kit is a paper pattern, and my Cardinal Points, that's a paper pattern too, but I'm gonna scan it into my computer. I'll probably scan the Dimensions Gold into my computer too. But still, it's pretty nice. So obviously this is the Cardinal Points. I got it, all my floss kitted up for it. and I'm gonna prep my fabric either today or tomorrow. But another piece of haul I got is the Birds of a Feather No Bees, No Honey. I like bees, and I saw this is the Birds of a Feather No Bees, No Honey. It's out of print. I found it on Etsy from a shop, and I'd seen someone else had it. I don't think I had seen it stitched yet, but I know someone else had it, and I was like, yep, need that. So it's got the bee scap, and says no bees, no honey, no work, no money. I thought it was cute, so I've been wanting to get that one for a while. And then that's that one. And then another thing that I've had my eye on for at least a month, probably 2. I've seen this, and it's been on my wish list on Etsy for a couple months, but this one was always out of stock, and it's like a thread organizer, but it's a kit that you actually stitch. Okay, so it's like a thread organizer, but you actually stitch it. So you get the piece, and you get the floss, and you stitch the bee, and then when you're done stitching that, you stitch the back piece together so it covers your threads. It's the coolest thing ever. Like I said, I've had this in my wish list forever because there's I think a ladybug and a bee, and the bee was always sold out, but the ladybug was still there. Finally messaged the person asking if they were going to get the bee back in stock, and they said they were expecting a big shipment. They would let me know when they got it in stock, and they did. So a few days later, I went ahead and got it. I'm really excited. It comes with the little pattern, so you get your bee to look the way it's supposed to. So it's pretty cool. And it shouldn't take too long to do. So that's pretty cool. Other than that, I don't think I really have any other haul to show. Put it back in. So let's do the rest of the WIP parade. So that's most of it. Obviously, this is one I've really been debating on whether I'm going to put this one away or not. I just don't know. But it is the Bumblebee Bouquet, Carolyn Manning. Here's where it was last time. Here's where it still is. The last thing I did was that little blob up there, and I haven't done anything since. So, I just don't know. Before I did that little bit at the top, I hadn't touched it in like 2 or 3 months, and I just don't feel like touching it. I just don't know. And then I have this one that is the tattoos. It's Stitchrovia. So that's that one. I'll show you a picture of what it's supposed to be, what it looks like when it's done. And then this is where I'm at. I'm probably going to pick this up again in the next week or 2. Because I do like it. And then this one is Thefrostedpumkinstitchery. This is the Chinese Zodiac. It was a stitch along either last year, well, 2020 or 2019, I can't remember. So this is where I got to. I was going to do the corners first, and then there's a big red outline. I was going to do all that before I did the animals. And again, this is one I just haven't picked up in a while. But I do like it. It's pretty. The animals are like crazy colors. They're like blue and green and red. You know, they're not like animal colors. So it'll be fun. I just haven't picked it up. She got a tangle in that. It's annoying. My oldest WIPs are these guys. They were my first counted cross stitch. So there's 2 of them on one piece of fabric. The plan is to do as much as I can on the one side and then flip it over to the other side as much as I can before I scroll. So the first one is Big Trouble in Little China, and this is by PixelmanStrikesBack. So I'll insert a picture of the finished, what it looks like when it's done. I don't have enough room to do the next people. I think I might be able to do the one on this side, but not that side. And then after I did that one, I've got the 5th element. Again, I'll insert what the finished product looks like, but this one I've got a lot done in, and it's like I almost want to start it over because this is 14 count, but it is also my first project and I don't want to get rid of it. So I'm just going to keep going, power through, even though I don't like 14 count anymore. If I just finish these guys up, I can scroll, but they're really cool, and he has a ton of movies and TV shows. He's even got some like bands that he has like pixelated characters. So anything you can think of, any movie you like, he probably has the pattern for it. Or any TV show that's like popular, he probably has the pattern for it. This one, I haven't touched it since I started the Harry Potter thing. I don't think. It's my Cryptid stitch along. And starting this week, I think we start getting the last 4 releases, and I'm just not into it. So eventually I'll get back into it. But, so that's where I'm at. I figure I'll at least get the borders done. I'm not inclined to do it, but I've got way too much work to just throw it away. So eventually I'll pick it up again. And this fabric is, I wish I could, oh, that's probably pretty close. It's a bright green with these like gray splotches. This is called Elixir. This is 18 count Ada, and I got it from Pumpkin Creek Prim on Etsy. Now they have their own actual website, but it is XJU Designs fabric. It's really nice. I have this one, and then I also have Midnight Ride, where it's blue with kind of purpley splotches. But a lot of their fabric has the splotchies, and I just like that look. So that's that. And then, obviously I have my ultimate color swatch, and this is how far I got on it. This, since you hold it so much and you do so much, it's like the fabric is almost a little too soft. I think it's kind of stretchy. It's kind of hard to, like, I can't get it any tighter. It just won't get tighter. And I think it's just because the fabric is a little too soft. So I'm going to see if I can get some spray starch to put on the back. Like just spray the back so it might stiffen it up a little bit. So that's that one. And that is all of my WIPs except for my stamped cross stitch, which I haven't touched it since the last time, so it shows nothing stitched because in the next section I haven't stitched anything, so I'm not even going to bother with that. So I figured I would show my finishes for 2020 or 2021. Sorry. So I only have a few here because I gave a couple of them away. So I've got these and I've got this. Oh. I have to get up. So I don't have all of them. So I'll show you pictures of the ones that I gave away. Completed. Oh, I put them in a different binder. Of course. I have, it was the African Dancer. I gave that to my best friend at work. So here's a picture of the finished product. I think I just wrapped that one around something. Yeah, I wrapped it around a canvas. But she loved it, so I'll have a picture of me giving it to her and her showing it off. And then another one I did was the Roll Initiative. I did that for one of my other really good friends at work. She just got a new apartment, and I wanted to make something for her and her girlfriend's new apartment because they're both nerdy, and so I thought this Roll Initiative would be the thing for them. And so here's a picture of that. And then other than that, I have the ones I've done for me. So this one is Night Spirit Studios, and this is the 3 of Crafts, and it's just on black 14 count. It's really cool because it's like 3 or 4 different colors of red, so it looks like 3D. This is as FFO'd as I got it. I just put it in a hoop. But it's so nice. And she gives you the size, she tells you what size hoop it will fit in if you stitch it on whichever fabrics. So I also have another one that I haven't started, but it's by them too, and so I have 14 count for that one too, just so it'll be the same size. But that's a really cool one that I really like. The detail in the scissors is really cool too. Like, so that's that one. And then this one is Thefrostedpumkinstitchery. This is the Sleepy Hollow sampler. This is the Midnight Ride by XG Designs. So it's like blue and splotchy. So that's that one. I still have to erase my lines on that one. But that one was fun. And I still have all this left, so I can use it for another one. And then this is one I finished before Christmas, and it's from GoodMorningMaui, and it's the elf. And so that's all done. I'm not cutting it yet because I think I can fit the Steve Irwin one on this chunk of fabric down here. This is one of the fabrics I dyed myself. So that one's pretty cool too. And then my Jackalope, which I just don't know what to do with this one. So this one is, the rabbit is the king of spring. I got it out of Cross Stitch magazine, and I saw a rabbit and I was like, he needs antlers, so I found a reindeer pattern that had antlers shaped like this. So I kind of traced them, and the rabbit actually is like the full rabbit, and there's flowers and everything, but I just wanted his head. And then I just charted my own frame, so it looks like he's out of the frame. I did realize I forgot his whiskers, but I already have him in this hoop, which is one of those rubber hoops. It's a huge pain in the butt. So it's just gonna stay just like this. He doesn't need his whiskers. He's pretty cool anyway. And then that's it. Those are my finishes. That's my WIP parade. That was my little girl being obnoxious. The only other thing I have to show is I have seen people that save all their orts, their leftover threads and thread scraps, and I keep a mason jar that I throw them in at the end of the day or the week or whenever, and I just have it in that mason jar. And I filled up one of these plastic ornaments that I got from Joanne Fabrics. It's just plastic, but it looks like glass. I got two because I didn't know how much I had, and I filled one up. It says 2021. It's got all my thread scraps. There's some gold metallic thread in there too. So that's it. That's my ornament. That's only 6 months of thread scraps. So that's what I got. I will be back in just a second to see if I have anything else to say.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Have fun stitching, right?
Have fun stitching. Right. No, I want to do it.
Okay, hit it. Hit it.